Superhero movies. You saw Wonder Woman. What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's a lot better than Batman v Superman.
Did you actually watch that?
Nope. I saw CinemaSins video about it.
Yeah.
That's enough.
That's enough. Yeah, I saw Wonder Woman as well. I thought it was done very well. Actually had a good message behind it. And I say that, surprised, because I don't really know what the message is for behind a lot of the DC movies lately, but Wonder Woman had a good one in there.
I think if your mother's name starts with Martha, you'll find a best friend.
I know what you're referring to. Did we just become best friends? And I don't know about you, but I've heard this quite a bit from people. It seems like every single time, summer rolls around and we kind of have the rollout of about 3 or 4 superhero films, I never fail to hear someone say yeah, but superhero movies are dying, man. I'm so over them. They're getting old. They're tired. It's basically the same movie made over and over and over again. Number one, I disagree. Number two, that's like every movie in every genre ever. Disaster movies. What were you going to say?
I said every movie, every show, it's all similar.
Yeah. Every disaster movie follows the same plot, pretty much. Aliens invading. Horror films. Chick flicks.
Especially chick flicks.
Comedies. Just basic comedies. They always follow the same tropes. So you can't just say you can't sing a lot of superhero films and say they're all the same. And by the way, they're not all the same. Yes, there are some that kind of repeat similar themes, but you have one out there. I went into Wonder Woman thinking so I'm pretty much going to see a DC version of the first Captain America movie.
I did actually get that feel for some parts.
You did for some parts?
Yeah.
I didn't feel that way at all.
I did a little bit.
Because there's never, she's in the trenches. There's never a part where he was, in trenches.
No.
I guess the whole, the little, band of misfits that he gets together.
That was very similar. They took a picture together.
Yeah.
They, I don't know, the storming the stronghold was kind of similar, even though Captain America did that on his own, and, Wonder Woman still had, the other guys were helping her.
Yeah.
But it was mostly her. She had a shield.
But for the most part, it had so much different from it that I didn't really think. And I'm glad that they weren't even when they went to London, that was just for one part of the movie, and then they moved on pretty quick, I felt. But let me tell you why superhero movies don't need to be going anywhere. If anything, there was an article, I want to say, on Games Radar, basically titled, "Is it just me or do we need more superheroes, not fewer?" And I agree with that, man. Make all the superhero movies that you can that are going to make money. To me, they're the new blockbusters. I mean, it's not even that old of a genre. We had Superman, I want to say in the late 70s is when the first Superman came out.
Yeah.
And then we didn't get we had Superman 1, 2, 3, and 4.
We had the George Clooney Batman starring Batman's nipples.
Oh, you're talking about Batman and Robin. Yeah, we had the Batman films. And then those pretty much killed off, Batman and Robin killed off superhero movies for a long time. You had some weird ones in there. You had Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger, which really wasn't a superhero movie, but it was an action movie with fantastical elements in it. The 90s were an interesting time. Um, and we would maybe get like one every few years. And I feel like one of the movies that really brought it back was the original Spider-Man
Oh yeah.
with Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. That I think brought everything back in force. And then of course Marvel releases Iron Man in 2008 and creates a cinematic universe, which everyone now is trying to recreate with their own cinematic universe. And I think everyone is kind of just saying, hey, I don't care about your cinematic universe. I care about Marvel's because they did it first.
That being said, I would like to see a Justice League movie, but I want to see it done right.
And the Wonder Woman movie does give me a little bit of hope for it. I'll have to see more before, I'm convinced that it's going to be good. But I will probably rely on the reviews. But
I want to see some like independent superhero movies.
yeah,
Or like superheroes that like I didn't know were a part of like certain universes. Like Static Shock.
Is actually like part of DC.
He's part of DC. I didn't know that, but like when that show came out, it was like early 2000s.
Yeah, it was its own art style, and
That was one of my favorite TV shows as a kid. Static Shock. Me and my brother absolutely loved that TV show. Like, I feel like some people are wanting like more diverse heroes. Like, we're getting a Black Panther movie.
Yeah.
Next year, I think. Is it next year or 2019?
I guess it does come out after Thor.
It's soon. I think it is next year.
Is it? Is it going to be before Avengers?
Yes, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I know that there's a Black Panther movie coming out sometime before 2020. So, like, there's that. There's a few other superheroes that I can think of, but, like, why not make a... I would love to see a Static Shock movie. Yeah. I would love to see those characters come back. Just because it kind of gives me, like, a Luke Cage feel, just because it's more of, like, an inner city kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
I loved Luke Cage.
I would love to see them do a Superman movie where Lex Luthor is not the main villain, and neither is a Kryptonian. It seems like those are the only Superman movies we ever get. Yeah.
It's true. It's Brainiac.
Yeah. Dude, where's Brainiac? Why not make him a villain?
I
do a good Doomsday? A good version of Doomsday?
What was the other one? There was Doomsday, and then there was...
He has a fairly decent rogues gallery. It's not just all about Lex Luthor. There's Livewire.
Darkseid.
There's Parasite. Darkseid. Thank you. Although he's kind of like, maybe he'll be in the Justice League movie. There's just so many. There's so many other villains.
I think Superman and Gorilla Grodd fought, but Gorilla Grodd is the Flash's nemesis.
Yeah, and I didn't know that until I started watching the TV show.
I'm not gonna lie, Gorilla Grodd was a part of Teen Titans, and I thought he was like like Beast Boy's nemesis.
Huh?
Because like Beast Boy apparently was a part of like another superhero group before he joined the Teen Titans.
Yeah.
And they fought Gorilla Grodd a lot, so I thought that like him and Beast Boy had stuff because Beast Boy can turn into animals. I was like, oh, animals. No, the super intelligent ape is mortal enemies with the guy who can run really fast.
Yeah. That makes sense, right?
Dude, well, I mean, like a dude who dresses up like a bat, his arch nemesis is a clown, so I guess anything can happen.
Bats and clowns hate each other, I guess. I don't know.
Spiders and goblins.
That one makes sense.
They're both fighting over dungeons.
I just think that people like superhero movies, and they used to take so much money to make that we just didn't get them that often. Now that they become lucrative and very successful for Marvel and for Disney, and they can be successful for Warner Brothers, just like Wonder Woman is. It broke records. Like, you can make money doing this, and I think it's just going to encourage them to make more, which is not a bad thing. Superhero movies, I mean, yes, they're kind of like, it's kind of like the why do you go to a comedy? You go to laugh. Why do you go to a rom-com? You go to get the warm fuzzies, okay? Or because your wife or girlfriend is dragging you. One of those three.
That's like 99% of the time if you're a dude.
You go to see an action movie to see things blow up, and then you go to see a superhero movie to see really cool stuff. A mixture of cool stuff. Just like there's room for it. Like, if you, and it's like, look, if it's not your cup of tea, I get that. I completely understand. Not everyone likes the superhero genre. There's a very easy solution to that. Don't go see them. Just don't go see them. You know what I do when I see a movie that I have no interest in? I just don't go see it.
I click skip on their ads on YouTube.
Yeah. If I see that mummy's eyes split into 4 pupils one more time.
If I had to look at Tom Cruise's beautiful face one more time.
54-year-old chiseled body.
I'm not going to see Top Gun 2.
That's probably never going to happen.
Top Gun 2?
Is it happening?
Oh, it's happening.
He's in shape. And who's going to... Val Kilmer's not.
No, the answer is no. Shouldn't be happening at all. Top Gun does not need a sequel.
Right.
I feel like that's another thing we might talk about. I might talk to you about maybe talking about originality in cinema nowadays.
Yeah.
But
I think that's why superheroes are a gold mine for original ideas that you haven't made a movie about yet.
Or you've made several movies about the same superhero.
Yeah, like Superman versus Lex Luthor, Superman versus Lex Luthor, Superman versus Lex Luthor.
I was thinking of the Hulk and the Spider-Man series, because there's only so many times I can see Uncle Ben die. Not because it's tragic, but because I don't care about Uncle Ben, because I know he's not going to be there long enough to matter.
Well, and I don't know what Homecoming's going to do as far as an origin story.
I hope Uncle Ben's dead. Honestly, I hope he's just dead.
Well, he was dead in Civil War.
That's true. That's very true.
So, I mean, they may mention it. I don't even need you to give me a flashback. I'm familiar with Spider-Man. I have seen it on film twice in less than 10 years.
There's plenty of superhero movies we've seen the beginning to them to, like, I don't need to know how Superman grew up. I don't need to know how Batman grew up, because I already know.
Covered it. It's done and over with. There's definitely things that have been, like, done to death in superhero films, but that doesn't mean get rid of the genre.
No.
There's plenty of good stuff, good stories to be told.
Yeah.